Greetings, Facebook friends, YouTube subscribers. Hope everyone's having a great night. Bror, Fredrik, coming to you with another casino reopening review. And wow, those are some bumps. Leaving the MGM right now. I tried to go over to the Miracle Mile stores, just assuming they would be open, but unfortunately they were closed at 7 o'clock. They said they still had concerns about riots and stuff like that, so they were going to close early. Normally, he said it's been 9 o'clock since, well, yesterday was 9, today was 7, so who knows what's going on over there, but I was kind of looking forward to it. I always liked that place going all the way back to the Aladdin days, and the Aladdin days were absolutely awesome. I love that place. So I'm just leaving the MGM now, as you can see. So, MGM report. MGM was probably the most, had the most people in it so far this week. I spoke to a few security guards and they said opening night was absolutely slammed, but as far as the past few nights, the MGM has definitely had a lot of people in it. If you want I do the nightly mask ratio. So the mask ratio at this property was, I would say, about 50-50. I would say half were, half weren't, maybe favoring the non-mask wearing crowd in this property. As with all MGM properties, no temperature checks at the door. They only do the temperature check if you are actually checking in. So that's something, you know, it's throughout all the MGM properties. They're all doing it the same way. No temperature check on the way in. I did notice there's a lot of signage in there about physical distancing and things like that, more than any of the other properties I've seen so far. As gaming on the tables, excuse me, gaming at the tables, this is the most action that I've seen at any property so far. There was a lot of action on craps, a lot of action on blackjack, so that was good to see. I mean, they have huge sections, and predominantly they've been dead in other places, and they have their dead sections, but their main section in the center was happening. There was an ass in every chair, and I don't even know what to call it now, a butt in every divider at the craps table. So that was good to see. They had their hand washing stations. I saw 2 of those. They did have mask stations and glove stations there, which the only other place I've seen that at so far has been the Bellagio, unless I missed them somewhere. I took a video, did a complete walkthrough. You'll see that by tomorrow night. Didn't take that long. Parking was interesting. I mean, that is a complete rat in a maze scenario. I've never used, honestly, I've never used self-parking at the MGM. I've always valeted, because you go in, you go out, you get greeted by the lion, bada bing, bada boom, you're in. Okay, parking garage. Holy rat in a maze situation. That was kind of hairy to get in and out of. I mean, I drove around in circles just trying to find my way out of there. Ladies, pay attention. If you're going to the MGM, or you plan on going to the MGM, bear in mind, there is a ton of walking. If you don't valet, I mean, you're walking probably a half a mile from wherever you parked into the property, into the casino, into whatever you're going to do. So I don't know if the 6-inch stilettos are going to cut it, so just bear that in mind. You might want to put some flip-flops in the bag and toss on those Louis Vuittons after you get in there, because there is a lot of walking to do to get from the parking garage. The property itself looks good. I don't think it's changed much. You know, they have the nice coconut scent in the air that all the MGM properties do, and that's kind of fun. Cleanly, you know, as cleanly as normal. I noticed that the Hollywood vibe that they were trying to do prior to the pandemic, a lot of that's gone. The restaurants had some activity. Wolfgang Puck's, I think, had 2 couples all together in that place. And as far as the eating goes, not so much. Where we're heading now, if you want to come along for the ride, and we're going to do a test, I am going to, I figured I'd do a local spot too and see the whole temperature check deal. So I'm going to get off right here on Flamingo and head over to the Gold Coast. Good old local Gold Coast. So that should definitely be interesting. Yeah, okay, you're in a hurry. I'm not. What I did notice, I don't know if it's going to happen now, but we're going to see in a couple minutes. For the first time, this was last night, and I noticed that the Rio had their entranceway, the valet entrance, the main entrance, lights on everywhere, and that place has been dark. I mean, dark. They have no intention of reopening the Rio anytime soon. And there's been rumors flying around about the Rio forever. They were actually talking about it was going to be torn down, maybe a baseball diamond put up, who knows. But they have a huge piece of property, but they've been plagued by problems. They were doing the 1999 rooms and the 2099 rooms for a long time, trying to get people in there. But, you know, the problem with that is it's, you know, $19.99 and $70 in amenity fees, so it's no big deal. Might as well stay on the Strip. And then they had the Palms competing with them. So, and they've been plagued by that whole Legionnaire's disease thing for years and years. A lot of people have gotten sick drinking the water over there. Well, there it is. The sign is not lit up, except the Rio sign in the main entrance valet is open for the first time in weeks. I wonder what that's indicative of. Who knows? Maybe they're changing light bulbs, but the building itself is dark. So I am going to pull into the Gold Coast right now, and I'm going to leave the camera running, and I'm going to stick you fine folks in my pocket, and let's go get a temperature check together. I'm curious to see how the locals do it. Because when I went to Palace Station, which is a really, I mean, it's an off-strip, kind of off-on local property, but I did go to Palace, and they did a whole thing where you had to stand against the wall, and they had to line up the laser beams with your eyes and all this other type of stuff. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I'm not, you know, but it definitely wasn't the seamless experience like the Wynn had, so we'll see. So I want to see how the Gold Coast handles it, and I want to take a walk around there. I mean, it's not the classiest joint ever. Definitely a local joint, definitely its own vibe, but if you want to come along for the ride, we got one more light, and then we're going to hoof our way in there and see what kind of temperature scan and what type of turnout this is. Again, local crowd. I bet there's people in there. But anyway, hope everyone's having a good night. So just bear with me. Stay tuned if you want to see that. It'll take about a few minutes. Basically, I'm just going to walk in, and then we'll cruise back out, and I'll bid everyone a good night. So if you have any suggestions, I want to hit up the Miracle Mile. I just want to see what's going on in there. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there before 7 or 5. Oh, there we go. So if you have any suggestions for what you would like to see, please let me know, and I'd be happy to accommodate, because quite frankly, I'm enjoying this. It's sort of like, sort of like a new toy. I haven't been to a casino. Most of my work took place on the Strip. Most of the my shoots and different things like that definitely took place on the Strip. So kind of missed the place for the past 3 months, and it does have a new, interesting vibe. Oh, I hate those bumps. So it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm gonna walk around the High Roller Promenade too and have a look at that. And I want to do some daytime stuff. I've been doing a lot of nighttime. So I'm gonna park in the back of this crafty old place and bring everyone along. Let's go get our temperature checked and see how that goes. All right. Get myself situated here. Let me take you guys off the windshield. I don't know how this is gonna work. I've never done this before. We're gonna have to be a little covert about it. So I'm just gonna side my shirt pocket, and I'm gonna stick in there, and let's see what happens. Got a little bit of a walk, but I don't mind. Have you people ever been to Gold Coast before? It's an old casino. Not too many people in the parking lot. A couple of D-gens. If you know what that is, if you know what I'm saying. But let's see how smoothly this goes. If security's gonna pick up on me, like I care either way. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just want to show the world the experience. I would have parked closer, but there was definitely nowhere to park. And in case everyone didn't know, valets in Las Vegas are not open yet because they don't want people hopping in and out of other people's cars and hard surfaces and all that other BS that people seem to be capitulating with. So valets are out. I've been able to park in a few lately, only because I know some people. They haven't gotten in my car. They were just like, how long you staying? All right, just leave it over there for a while. But this place isn't one of them. I don't know anyone here. So let's go and have our temperature checked. All right, you ready? Let's do it.